All right, boys and girls. So this is a video to show you a craft idea for the day and night sky. Here are a few examples of things you could do at home to show the different types of things you find in the daytime sky or the nighttime sky. I'm going to show you how to make another craft today. We're going to have a lot of fun with some different supplies and activities. And this is going to show you not just what's in the day and night sky, but where you are on the earth and the rotation, so we understand a little more about the day and night sky. So let's get started. I have watercolors and my paintbrush. I have scissors. I have white paper. I have black paper. And then I have something we call brads. These are little prong things, kind of like what you find in a notebook or a folder that you hold paper in. If you don't have that, maybe a paper clip is something we can use to make it work right. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is make an earth. So I need to take a piece of paper and I'm going to color the earth. What primary colors do we find on the earth? We have blue for the water and green for the trees. So that's what I'm going to do. We very easily can make our earth with blue and green. And it doesn't have to be in any perfect shape or anything. This is just a free-flowing painting that we're going to represent the earth. So I've got a little bit of water here too for my watercolors. If you don't have watercolors or paints, you can use markers, that's fine, or crayons. So I'm going to get some blue, and you can also pause this video if you need to at any time to go and get your supplies. And I'm just going to start by making kind of a circle for my earth. Make my camera a little bit bigger here. All right. So I'm going to make some blue water. And then I'm going to make some green trees or land. All right, so getting my land in there. Now, guess what else we need on our earth? We need you. We need to put you on the earth. So you can use your paint if you want, though that's going to be hard if you're doing watercolors like me. So I'm just going to use my pen, and I'm going to mark a little stick figure to represent me. And I'm not going to put me in the water. I'm going to put me on the land. So I'm going to say I'm right here. There's my little person on the earth. A little stick figure. Nothing special. Or you could even just do a smiley face. I'll do a smiley face next to me, and that can represent anybody, a happy person on the earth. My camera's not focused. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to let that dry while I make something else. What is in the sky that we need to make? That's right, the sun. So I'm going to take that paper away. I'm going to make another paper. And what colors will I use for the sun? Yep, you got it. I'm going to use yellow and red and orange. And the same thing, I'm going to start with orange. I'm going to make a big circle to represent my sun. And we're actually, we'll make a big circle. It doesn't have to be a perfect circle. You can see Miss Porter's isn't. We're going to cut it out later. So you can also make little sunbursts if you want. The rays coming off the sun, or the hot flames flaming on the sun. Mix in a little red and orange and yellow. Make my sun look really hot. All right, and then you've got forgot about something we have in the sky at night that we'll need to represent probably with some yellowish gold. What do we see in the nighttime sky that could be yellowish gold, bright, sparkling? That's right, the stars. And you may want to use white, that's fine too. Stars aren't really white, but in the black sky at night, they do look awfully white, right? Okie doke, so now I've got my sunshine, it's going to dry, I've got my earth, we're going to let it dry, and I'm going to cut both of those out. But in the meantime, while they're drying, I'm going to cut my black paper, and I want to cut from corner to corner. So if I see my paper corner here, I'm going to start in a straight diagonal line, and if you're not sure, you can fold it from corner to corner. All right, so I've got my triangle, if you will, and it's not a perfect triangle, that's okay. And we need another blank piece of paper, and a white or blue or any color you want is fine. I'm going to do just white, and you see my construction paper is a little bit bigger than the regular paper, and that's not a big deal. I'll just trim this edge here, trim this edge here. Okay, now this is very important. This is my nighttime sky, so I can paint some bright yellow. I don't know if my black construction paper will take the bright yellow very well, so you could probably also get white acrylic paint, which I have, so I'm going to grab that. Or you could do white star stickers or gold star stickers if you have those at home. That's fun. Or whiteout. I don't know if you have whiteout. That's something Mom and Dad may have in their office. So you could get any of those supplies to use to make your stars. I'm going to use a white crayon. So white crayon works really well too on this black construction paper. So I'm going to make some stars. And if you're not sure how to make a star, you can start with a straight line and then come back and make a triangle. And then you could try and make another triangle. That doesn't look much like a star, Miss Porter. But you see it just has points, and I'm just coloring them in. So you could do an X, and then a line through that X and a line across through that X. That's fine too. All different ways to make stars. This is the way I've made a star for a long time, and we'll see if I can talk you through it. So I go down, then back out like a V, then back across that line halfway, then back across that line halfway, and then back to meet that one. And there's a star. So you start with a V, and then you take this line through the middle of that one and go past it, this line through the middle of that one and go past it, and then close it up. Those are all good ways to make stars. If you haven't made stars like that before, you could practice. It's fun to make lots of stars all over. Or you could just do dots, but you can see my dots don't show up so well, do they? So you do the stars how you want to. I'm going to do my little stars all over my nighttime sky. And a moon. I'm going to make my moon over here. And maybe a shooting star. All right. So my nighttime sky with some stars and moon and shooting stars or meteors are finished. Now I'm going to use some tape. You can also use glue sticks if you don't have tape, but you don't want to glue the whole thing down. We need the night sky to have an opening, so I'm only going to tape the edge or glue the edge of this night sky on the corner, but not this part, because this is where my earth is going to slip in halfway, okay? So don't glue this edge down. That's very important. If you glue down this part, it won't work, okay? So only glue this outside edge and this bottom edge. Okay, so I'm going to tape that on. Okay, and my bottom edge. All right, so I've got my edge of the night sky taped down on the paper. Okay, my sun and my earth are just about dry, so I'm going to cut out my earth first. I'm going to take my scissors and just cut that circle. Okay. And then I'm going to put my earth onto my paper, but slipping part of it behind the nighttime sky. Okay. So I need one of my brads or your paper clip. If you don't have one of these brads, you just open that paper clip up and poke a hole through the paper in the center of the earth, but not in the night sky yet. So I just poked a hole through. And the purpose of that is so that your earth can spin or rotate. Okay? So we see right now, I'm in the daytime, which I'm going to put my sun over here. But as the earth spins, it's now becoming nighttime and the sun is setting. And now I'm back with the nighttime sky, back in the dark, right? And the earth is what's moving all the time. And the earth is spinning. And here we come, back out here on the daytime sunrise. And the sun is over here and the earth is rotating and revolving. So the earth is also making a big circle around the sun as it's spinning the whole time. So spinning and moving in a circle at the same time. That's pretty crazy, isn't it? All right, so now I'm going to cut out my sunshine. And you can also add things to the back of this white paper. If you want to make rainbows and birds and clouds, you could add cotton balls for your clouds. Anything you want to put in your daytime sky. And I'm just going to put my sunshine on the edge of this paper, kind of sticking out. Because it's a great big sun. So I'm just going to tape it to the edge. We don't want to burn up on the sunshine, do we? And if you were wondering what the brads are that I mentioned, these are those little prongs. Some of you may have them for papers and things, and then it has two pieces on the inside. These are the prong parts that you pull apart. So if you have these, you would poke it through first, and then on the back side, open these prongs up so it'll hold tight. So I'm going to take out my paper clip and use the brad that I have. But if you don't have these, you saw that the paper clip works just fine. You might want to tape it on so that it doesn't fall out. And you don't want to make it too tight so that the earth doesn't spin. All right. And that is my rotating day and night sky. I hope you enjoyed this craft, and I would love to see all the crafts that you make with your day and night sky. Please share them on the Padlet if you do make them, and show your teachers your creations. Have a great day.